Karen a commencé sa carrière dans les services sociaux en 1972 comme travailleuse communautaire. With the transformation of the community health clinics to CLSCs, she assumed the role of general coordinator of the Point St. Charles Community Center and Clinic. During her 3 years at the clinic, Karen undertook a master's degree in psychoeducation at the University of Montreal. En 1990, elle a été embauchée par l'Institut universitaire en santé mentale Douglas et a été la première à développer le rôle de liaison communautaire et clinique dans le secteur de la santé mentale. While working at the Douglas, she developed her interest in global mental health and was asked to become a senior consultant to the World Health Organization, collaborating center for research and training in mental health. In this capacity, she consulted on mental health policy development in Central America, the Caribbean, and Africa. Après 10 ans à l'Institut Douglas, elle a travaillé au niveau régional de Montréal au ministère de la Santé, de Santé et des Services sociaux. Karen's belief in the impact of community organizing, social justice, and social change has guided her career path. In a desire to share her vision, Professor Hetherington became involved in grooming new agents of change through her role as a lecturer in the McGill School of Social Work et la Faculté d'éducation permanente de l'Université de Montréal et du département d'éducation permanente à l'Université Laval. She is presently the president of both the National and Montreal divisions of the Canadian Mental Health Association. Karen, we are honored to present you your well-merited 2022 Coupe Lumière.
Thank you, Philip. Thank you, everyone. Philip just took my whole speech away. So, but listening to the film that we just heard and listening to Dr. Alan Francis, who has inspired my teaching and guided me as a psychiatrist, and that doesn't come easily, to have a psychiatrist that guides you. But I'm really proud that Philip told me that I'm the first recipient of this award that's not a doctor. So I'm very proud of that. As Philip, I'm extremely honored about this. I've had, as he said, I've had many, many years of involvement. I'm still very passionate and still very committed to community mental health. I was at Forward House, I worked at the Dawson Center, where at one point in Verdun, I brought the psychiatric patients from the Douglas Hospital to be part of our community center so they could be really part of the real community and not just part of the psychiatric community. So listening to Grant speak as we opened this festival today, it really spoke to me of how so important it is to be part of a community and to feel empowered by that community. At the Point St. Charles Clinic, one of the things that was really important for me was that I became the person that represented all the CLSCs on the ministry committees. And for many of you might remember that way back when, CLSCs were not all that gung-ho to do mental health. Les CLSC n'étaient pas aussi intéressés, mais Point St. Charles était un leader en santé mentale communautaire ici au Québec. Alors moi, j'ai représenté tous les CLSC dans toutes les discussions avec les ministères pour développer l'offre de services en santé mentale des CLSC. L'autre chose que peut-être Philippe n'a pas mentionné, il y avait une belle époque. Peut-être quelques-uns d'entre vous se souviennent de ça. Maybe some of you remember the good years when there was tons of money coming through the government, the deinstitutionalization, when we created crisis centers, when we created short and long-term housing, when family support groups emerged, projets suivis communautaires. I was there for all of that, and I, with all of my community partners, struggled to make sure that all of these services had that quality of community that is so much more empowering than any other type of model. As they mentioned, working in Guatemala has been a joy. Working in the island of Dominica and being involved in Africa has also enriched my understanding of what community really is. My teaching, It was always a pleasure to teach. I taught a course called the Social Political Aspects of Mental Health at the University of Montreal. And it was always a pleasure for me to be able to share a critical look at psychiatry, a critical look at mental health from a community perspective. Today, as president of CMHA, I'm a very proud president of a federation that is moving ahead. It's a leader across Canada, and the Quebec division is also assuming leadership. I'm also involved in a regroupement to promote community organizations that offer psychotherapy to people who can't afford it. You know, we keep hearing about it in the public sector, but we're not there yet. I also started my own community, my own little enterprise called Option Milieu 40 years ago, where at that point I thought that the non-specialized community resources like the women's centers, like the Maison des Jeunes, needed to be equipped to deal with what they're confronting. It's been a huge success. I continue to do these trainings to date after 42 years, and they're really popular, so I'm really pleased. Community mental health is what defines me. It has been my passion. I have been committed to it, and I continue to be committed to it for 42 years. I believe that peer support, that organizations like Uphouse, that are social clubs that empower people through peer support are really the answer to long-term care for people with mental health struggles. I would like to congratulate Urban Parties for this huge contribution to community, to peer support, and to reducing stigma, and this wonderful film festival. I mean, this is so terrific. I can't believe it. I feel I've come to the end of my career just being here. I'm so honored to receive this award. This does mean an awful lot to me. So thank you very much, and enjoy this wonderful festival.
Thank you very much, Karen. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Looper, who is a longtime friend of our festival.